Bring in our Danielle Savoni for that first look at the weather. On my spring checklist, two things. It smelled like spring outside this morning, and there was drizzle on the car windshield.
Yes, yeah, a couple raindrops out there. We talked about that, and a high of 8 today. So exactly what we expected for today, but what we're expecting for the next couple of days is temperatures to start being a lot cooler, and we even have rain switching over to snow in the forecast. Yes, Calgary included in this. 10 degrees, though, is our temperature right now, so we just shot up a couple of degrees over the last hour or so. The winds are relatively calm, at times gusting up to about 30 kilometers per hour. Downtown, the temperature is 11 to Zaw Park, 11 as well. Big Four Motors, massive first anniversary sale is on. See it at big4motors.com. All right, for this evening, we're looking at gusts up to 40 kilometers per hour at times. Then overnight, it's quiet. But for tomorrow, we have a good chance of showers throughout parts of the day, so on and off showers. And then later in the day, closer to the supper hours, those showers will likely switch over into some flurries. We'll talk more about that coming up, Cam.
Danielle, thank you. Saturday, July 5th. That will be, no doubt, Danielle, an amazing show, but that's still a few months away.
It's a ways away. By then, it will be warm.
Really warm.
Hot. We'll say hot.
Ooh, I like hot.
Yeah.
Right.
We're not looking at warm for
I like drizzle for now.
I like drizzle.
I want to see flowers grow.
Yeah, we need lots more moisture, to be honest. We don't need the temperatures to be as cold as they're going to get over the next couple of days. But here, we'll talk about it. This is a transitional month here. All right, let's talk about temperatures, because this was, we got into the double digits in Calgary for today, 10 degrees. So just barely, but we got there. But you can see areas to the south still in the teens for today. They were yesterday, again today, and we'll likely have temperatures in the teens tomorrow. In fact, Medicine Hat could actually crack the 20-degree mark tomorrow. So in the further south, we're still looking at warmer temperatures for tomorrow, but we're going to notice as this air filters down, this colder air from the north, we're going to notice things cooling down from north to south over the next few days. Okay, when we look at radar and satellite, you can see that moisture up to the north. So Red Deer over up to Edmonton and off to the east. This is a really significant moisture feed from the west, and this is going to greatly impact most of central Alberta. And we're going to notice it here, but not as much as what they're going to get. This is why there is a snowfall warning in place in the white here. So snowfall warning, this is Edmonton off into Jasper, and then pretty much Banff is included in this, although Banff won't likely see the totals that they will in much of central Alberta. So 20+ centimeters in some localized areas possible in the white here. And then Red Deer down to Airdrie, there's this statement in place, so there's the potential of up to 10 centimeters in the next couple of days, and some localized areas could see 15 centimeters. Okay, and then in severe thunderstorm watch in place on the BC side, closer to Kelowna. So a lot going on. This is typical spring where we're all over the place. Futurecast here showing this is mainly going to track through central Alberta for the rest of today, but by tomorrow morning we have that potential of getting some showers, and some of these pockets could actually be quite heavy. So we might even see some freezing rain. Calgary up the QE2 as well in the early morning hours, then rain, which could be heavy at times, and then by the supper hours, this is a shot tomorrow at 7 p.m., we start to transition into the snowfall. We're not looking at huge accumulations in Calgary, but this will continue on and off even into Friday as well. So keep this in mind. This is a big change in our weather over these next couple of days, and temperatures will plummet starting by tomorrow afternoon. 15 centimeters likely in Canmore. This is from now until midnight Saturday. 15 centimeters for Banff, and in Calgary we're looking at anywhere from 2 to 3 centimeters. So 4 degrees for Thursday, 1 millimeter of rain tomorrow, then a centimeter of snow. And we can see a centimeter of snow Friday and Saturday. Again, the pavement's so warm, so it will melt on contact, but may collect a little in the grass. -1 on Friday as a high, -2 for Saturday.
Danielle, a little more rain on the way.
Yeah, today we had little isolated sprinkles. Tomorrow we're looking at more of a significant rainfall where we could pick up a millimeter of rain in Calgary. And then tomorrow night we switch over to snowfall. Yes, you heard it right. 10 degrees was our high today. Also, it's our current temperature. Tomorrow, just a high of 4. Rain switching over to snow later in the day. And by Friday and Saturday, as you can see, the daytime highs will be just below freezing. Yikes. With a couple centimeters of snow likely by then. Cam?
All right, rain, more rain.
Well, the day started out a little dull, but it certainly brightened this afternoon. Danielle joins us now. How's our evening looking?
Well, it's beautiful out here right now. The winds are, it's a little breezy out here, but there's some sunny times and temperatures in the double digits. It's actually quite nice. Now, this is not what's in the forecast at all for tomorrow. Keep that in mind. In fact, for the next few days, we're going to be unstable and the temperatures will be cold. So we just dropped from 10 to 9 degrees. Again, a little breezy at times, but a beautiful evening out here for us. The winds may pick up to about 40 kilometers per hour over the next couple of hours and then die down for the overnight. Good chance of rain, which actually some of these pockets may be quite heavy at times tomorrow morning. And then late in the day tomorrow, we switch over to flurries. We'll talk more about that coming up, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. Let's bring Danielle back in now. So change is a-coming.
Yeah, so spring is a transitional season, so this is normal to have really warm temperatures and really get excited about the warmth, and then all of a sudden it gets really cold and snow arrives again, and the pack you parked you now have to take out. So if you see me in the grocery store, don't throw an apple at me, because I do have to talk about snowfall and much colder temperatures that will be arriving for Friday and the weekend. And I know you were just getting used to this. We got to a high of 10 degrees in Calgary today. We got into the double digits. Now we're sitting at 9 as we start to dip down for the evening a little bit. A key thing to mention, though, this cold air will be filtering in from the north. So while we're going to be cold tomorrow in Calgary with a high of just 4, it's going to take some time for that cold air to make it into the far south. So far south, you're going to still get nice warm temperatures for tomorrow. In fact, Medicine Hat, small chance you could even crack the 20-degree mark tomorrow. So warm in the far south. You got one more day of it before the cool down. But for us here in Calgary, yeah, we'll notice that tomorrow. It will be significantly colder tomorrow, and we'll have rain switch over to snowfall. At this point, the moisture is all north of Red Deer. This is a significant feed of moisture from the west. And when you combine that with the much colder temperatures that will be arriving, we're looking at switching from rain to snow. And that snow will be that heavy, wet snow. And in some cases, a lot of it. So 30 centimeters of snow possible in some localized areas in the snowfall warning. Really the heaviest looks like it will fall in a band that will be north of Jasper and over to the east towards Edmonton. But again, Banff is still in the snowfall warning, although we're not looking at 30 centimeters for Banff. I'll give you totals that you can expect in just a second. Really the heaviest should be north of Red Deer. So Red Deer south down to Airdrie. There's a statement in place, and we're looking at anywhere 5-10 centimeters of snow. And then south of Calgary and south, really, we don't have a statement or a warning place. On the BC side, severe thunderstorm watch for the Kelowna area. So again, showing you so many things going on with so many different temperatures. Again, transitional season. Okay, I'm going to play through this hour by hour. And the key thing for tomorrow in Calgary, we're looking at a heavy bout of rain in the morning hours. So some of these pockets could be quite heavy, even the potential of freezing rain earlier in the morning. As I fast forward this, you can see that we start to transition to snowfall closer to those supper hours. Could be heavy at times as well. We're not looking at huge accumulations in Calgary, though. And then we're looking at on and off pockets of snow even through Friday possible. All right, giving you an amount. This is from now up until Friday morning here. We're likely to see about 3 centimeters in Calgary. Again, pavement's so warm, so it'll be just a little slushy out there. 15 for Canmore, 15 for Banff, and about 6 for Cochrane. But as you can see, up until about Friday morning, we're not looking at any snowfall. This will be isolated showers maybe in the far southeast corner, but advances in through Saturday, and that's when you'll pick up a couple centimeters in the southeast as well. As those cooler temperatures, that's when it will arrive there. 4 degrees is our high for tomorrow in Calgary. Rain switching over to snow, about 1 millimeter of rain switching over to about 1 centimeter of snow, and then another couple centimeters possible for Friday and Saturday. Check out those daytime highs, though, just below the freezing mark. Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. It's an exciting time of year. Okay, 2 tourists on a zip line in Costa Rica had a very special guest join them for the ride. Kelsey Combs posted this video. She and a friend set off from the top of the mountain, and then this parrot swooped in right beside them. They said they just started screaming because they thought it was going to attack them, and they'd been warned about aggressive birds. Oh, they totally forgot to enjoy the view, though. They were so worried about the parrot that they forgot to watch what was happening around them.
Well, now, what would I do up there?
You would pass out. You would just be this limp body.
You would have totally missed the show, Glenn.
Oh, boy.
Larger-than-life egg hunt has arrived in London. Wouldn't be very hard to find these eggs in the hunt. There are 100 of them. They're pieces of art, really, spread throughout the city. They're pretty big. They're beautiful. They can be tracked using an app, which is kind of cool, but spotting each egg really is a treat in itself. Once that public exhibition is over, the eggs will then be auctioned off. You can buy them for yourself, a piece of art. Proceeds will go to an elephant charity that's being championed by Queen Camilla.
Very cool looking.
Really cool.
Yeah.
That would be an amazing piece of art.
If you bought one, where would you put, that's a big egg.
Yes.
Where do you put that?
Maybe in the yard.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe in your garden.
Sure.
Yeah. Cuddling with your pet is the best feeling, but how many is too many? I didn't even try counting. This cuddle puddle, I guess, is probably every cat lover's dream. The worker at this rescue found the perfect spot to nap. He's sound asleep. There's actually more than 30 cats that are basically acting like his blanket right now.
Well, looks like everyone's sleeping.
Yeah, who needs a duvet, right?
Well, how would you stay awake if there was 30 warm cats lying on you? Perfect nap conditions.
Well, we had a couple sprinkles in Calgary earlier today, but shaped up to be a really nice afternoon. We got into the double digits, and all will be different for the next few days as temperatures drop and rain and then snow arrives. 9 is where we're sitting right now in Calgary. We did get into the double digits for today. When we talk temperatures overall, you can see temperatures in the teens south of Calgary, so especially in the southeast corner of our province. And in fact, these areas will hold on to the warmth for tomorrow. It'll take some time for that cold air to make its way in. So still warm here tomorrow. Calgary, though, we got to 10 today. We're looking at a high of 4 for tomorrow, and we're going to struggle just to get to 4. This is a significant feed of moisture from the west, and because temperatures will be dropping, snowfall will be a big thing. We are looking at heavy snow, really, from Jasper, north of Jasper. That's where we're expecting the heaviest band of snowfall, and then that will track over to Edmonton. But even Banff is in the snowfall warning in white here. South of Red Deer, we're expecting less accumulation, but we could still see something out there. And I'll show you totals in just a second that you can expect. When we look at tomorrow, temperature-wise, 13 for Salmon Arm, Kelowna 17 for Kamloops, 2 for Edmonton. Again, we're looking at that snowfall, so temperatures certainly cooling down, especially in the far north. 4 degrees for us here in Calgary and Drumheller, with rain switching over to snowfall tomorrow. 12 for Lethbridge, 14 for Medicine Hat. And when we look at totals, we're likely going to pick up about 3 to 4 centimeters in Calgary in total. I'm going to advance this just in through the weekend, and about 15 to 16 centimeters further off to the west, Banff and Canmore. For the southeast corner, because it will be so warm tomorrow, we're looking at just getting the snowfall on Saturday there. Okay, temperatures will be cold for the next few days, and in fact, our daytime highs will be below the freezing mark Friday and Saturday, and we won't even get back to normal until Tuesday of next week, Tara.
Thank you, Glenn. I hope you were tweaking the weather. We're waiting for you to join us here. Is it because you were working, massaging, getting us a better forecast?
Did you ever get up fast there?
I did. That was the fastest I think I've ever gone. I'm lightheaded right now. I didn't know I was up. I didn't know I was up. And yes, I was trying to negotiate with Mother Nature to change his forecast because, yes, we need the moisture. Does it have to be in snow? No, thank you. But here we are. And I mean, great for skiing, because lots expected for Banff, Lake Louise, you know, 15 plus centimeters. But in Calgary, 1 millimeter of rain tomorrow, so we could have some heavier pockets, and then transitioning over to snowfall by about 4 p.m. And then we're looking at about a centimeter, another centimeter on Friday, another centimeter on Saturday. Look at Friday and Saturday, daytime highs just below that freezing mark. So yeah, be prepared for that. All right, weather window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors. Crafting quality windows and doors for your style, budget, and Alberta's climate. Esther Schneider sent this one in, and she said she was trying to get her ducks in a row. Just couldn't happen.
Why all these birds in the show? Why?
This is a bird-heavy show. You're right. I'm sorry, Glenn. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for your time.